Hi, it's me, Joanne. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I love photography and videography. It all started way back in college when I majored in mass communication. Then I started working for a film company where I improved on my skill in capturing dynamic scenes and images. At first, I was taking pictures using the 35mm cameras. Then I upgraded to a DSLR. Later on, I switched to mirrorless cameras, and now I have my smartphone that can take amazing photos whenever and wherever I am. Counting the years I've been taking videos and photos, you can just imagine the amount of media files I've collected through the years. It has become overwhelming to keep up with them. To add to that, I also have photos from back when I used 35mm films that I also want to store with my other digital files. The issue is that I don't have a good system for collecting, downloading, and categorizing my files. I also have multiple devices that I am having a hard time deciding where I should keep my files. Currently, I use GTech drives for both my personal files and work files. The only way for me to download and back up my files is to connect my hard drives to my computer device. This does not make it portable. This limits how and when I can share photos to people since I have to physically have the hard drives with me all the time. Plus, with the amount of photos and videos I have, who knows how many more hard drives I will need in the future. I need to find a solution and create a system that will help me organize, categorize, and store my media files in ways that will make it easy for me to look for a particular image or video. First things first, how do I organize them? To solve my problem, I've identified two main categories related to my case, and those are personal and work-related media files. I should separate them and keep them organized based on these two categories. Thinking of an organizational system for my personal files was a challenge. Do I organize them by date, by location, by events, or by person in my family? Organizing them by date and location is perhaps the fastest way to organize these files, provided that the date and location settings in my digital cameras are accurate. However, this does not give me enough information when I try to look for a specific event. I will have to know the exact date of my son's soccer game in order for me to find these milestones. So perhaps organizing my media files by person will solve this problem. Under each person will be two subcategories, which will be photos and videos. In my case, I will make one folder for our entire family for files that are not specific to just one person, and then I will make a folder for each member of our family. To make searching easier, organizing the subcategories by events can further add structure to the system, just like this. As for work-related media files, I shall organize them by client, with the same subcategories as my personal files, which are photos and videos. Under the subcategories, files will also be organized according to events. To identify events easier, each folder must be labeled with the year, the month, and event, just like this. The next step is to solve how and where to store all these digital files. We already figured out that hard drives are not a long-term solution. One great solution is to store all my digital files up on the cloud. The cloud is the best solution for my situation. Once all my files are up on the cloud, I can access them anytime and any edits I make are reflected on all my devices. Genius! All I need to do is create an iCloud account and activate the iCloud sharing across all my Apple devices. I can even sync all the photos and videos from my family members' devices if I want to, using the family sharing feature. After signing up, I can start uploading my files following the organizational system I created. I was excited about this solution, but then I thought of my work-related video files, which I am afraid are big files to store, upload, and download from the cloud. This means it will take me forever to manipulate and edit videos from the cloud. So I've decided to use both the iCloud system and my GTech drives. I think I'm keeping these hard drives around for my work-related video files. To summarize my solution, I am using the iCloud system for all my personal media files, as well as my work photos, while I will be using my GTech drives for my work-related video files. While most of my files are in the cloud, it also won't be a bad idea to keep a backup of my important media files in a hard drive. You just never know when that might come handy. This design isn't perfect. One of the things I needed to consider is cost. To maintain your iCloud storage account, it will cost you some money. Although, based on this plan, the 200 gigabytes and 2 terabyte plan can already be shared by the entire family, so that's not too bad. This is in comparison to buying a 2 terabyte hard drive that ranges from $70 to $120. Hard drives have a higher upfront cost, but is cheaper in the long run. However, it does not allow for a lot of flexibility in terms of access, portability, and synchronous edits across all devices. Oh, and let's not forget the 35mm prints I've had from the good old days. I need to scan all these pictures and convert them into digital files as well. Only then will I be able to organize and categorize them based on my new system. I can either take my time and do it myself, or there are services online that can do it for me for about 39 to 69 cents per photo. Lastly, in order to keep up with this system, I must set a schedule once a month to sit down and organize all my new photos I took for the entire month into their respective categories. Doing this will make it easier for me to find photos and videos I need to create photo books, portfolios, or web posts to share with friends, families, and clients.